is also noted for her erotic lifestyle. In a tweet, said an artist who is very much talented needs just a stage and imagination. She tweeted, "A true artist needs no label, no titles, just a stage and imagination. It's okay to enjoy an artist without the label. Okay to aspire to an artist with nothing to offer but talent. An artist who shows wealth is lacking in what money cannot buy, talent and love. Give your adoration wisely." Adding that music is music, whatever the genre is. Don't get caught up in differences. It's the difference that defines us. The musician, known for sharing risk footages of herself in July this year, warned young men who approach her to be careful what they wish for because she's a sex freak. And that's Stephanie Benson. DJ Premier.
Andy.
That's your artist, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
my girlfriend, Stephanie Benson.
Yes, plenty boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then she's a nice person.
Oh, very, very well. Stephanie's nice.
Good human relations. Okay, with this issue, it's relative. I mean, looking at how the thing is, yes, you can have a craft, you can have the talent, but you need. I remember we mentioned this thing that is the strategies, the finances that will push you up there, and then the talent will sustain you when you're up there. And so if you say without a label, I mean, yes, Ghana, how many labels they here? It's only a few labels that we have in Ghana. Most artists have been trying to survive on their own without labels. However, I think it's more of how you want the structure to work. Because if an artist is on a label, what really happens is that this particular act, the label rather look at all the publishing things, the strategies, the finances and all that, so that the artist rather gets the space to think, create, and do whatever that they want. This is a division of labor industry where one man cannot achieve it all. It's just like football. You can't have one person playing all the positions. No. You need somebody to be a goalkeeper. You need somebody to be a coach. You need somebody to be a mazwa, somebody to be this, somebody to be that. So it's relative. And yes, an artist can do it to some extent. But with the help of a label, the artist may explore or even go beyond where that his or her strength can actually get him or her to. And so, like I said, it's relative. To me, I will not subscribe to that. To me, I will not subscribe to saying an artist doesn't need a label.
All right. Yeah. Mr. Logic?
Yes. I'm happy Premier has been honest because, you said she was his artist.
Yes, that's my...
I was expecting some level of biasness in the submission, but you didn't. It's good. I think our big sister spoke. I'm not sure she was serious about what she said because, yes, because there's no way you can justify this comment. No way. It will never happen. It's unprofessionally unaccepted. Yes. I mean, music itself is a career, is a business on its own. Abroad, everywhere you go. I'm sure she herself, she has, I don't know if she has been on a label before.
Yes, she has.
Yes. So your first step as an artist is to get a label. If we have major labels or if we have labels in Ghana, do you know how many artists will be flourishing and making ends meet? It's because we don't have labels and investors. That's why the music career looks more like a wayside job or unofficial job. And you understand? It's a professional career. So to say that you don't need a record label, Charlie, this is like maybe it was a passing comment she made. But if it's an official comment she made, then I will blame it on age. I will blame it on age because sometimes when you grow, I'm coming. Sometimes when you grow, when you grow and you feel that you have glow in life to an extent, and then maybe you held yourself through. You feel everybody can do the same. You understand? But Andy, the struggles at this part of the world where we are, how do you do music without an investor? I mean, a typical example is the case of King Promise and Qbeat. Qbeat had to come in to push the career to an extent to where they are now. Do you understand? So if you say you don't need a label, Charlie, that's more like that's more. I mean, I see it like she wasn't serious about what she said, because there is no way you can justify this comment. I don't even want to go deep into, because she's our big sister. You understand? So
I think maybe when she comes to explain.
No, even if you explain, probably you will say you can do it on your own, because music can blow on its own by luck. You can do a song and throw it out there and it blows by luck. No, music is a product. You need a whole administration. That's how it works. In Ghana, we've made music to look like, I'm still touching on that, like a kubolo job, like a side work. You can record and throw it on social media. That's not how it works. It's an official work. There is an administration to the music business. So for me, I'll wait for her to speak and explain, but I'm saying that there is no way you can justify this comment that you don't need a label. You need a label. It's more like saying that an industry needs no ministry. It's not possible. The second one is the sex freak. She's saying, Charlie, sex freak that she for watch out to, because some of us will be poye ponko. Because that thing she's Andy. Me ponko. Because she said, Andy, see us here. Me, Sandy, man, me, this or Bobby, yes, you are not a freak like me. Yeah, ponko. And when you say that you are a sex freak, be a ponko, Andy. No, let me tell you something. Sex, you know, psychological. Maybe the margin 2 hours, me call 1 hour, 2 hours, also. And if she says that, sex freak, young men should start aiming.
Why, but?
I said, talk less of she and a grown woman.
But you don't talk too much. You go talk.
Andy.
That's a woman go.
Opa, what she said young men should stop aiming at her. She's a sex freak. Her, she be here. On she bema no on home back. Debbie, some no kind sensitive. Let me touch on me bema. To say you are a sex freak is more like you are daring some of us.
You then know somebody who can't talk logic. What answer say?
But okay, so let me also let
maybe
let you know something. Let me tell you, Stephanie.
Yes.
Forget about her age. She's one hell of a fit person. If we say somebody is fit, you know that. Let me tell you one thing.
Have you heard of the right spot before? No, I'm coming. Have you heard of the right?
Why you guys try to change the topic?
No, you are saying she's fit.
She's fit.
At her age,
you think she's not fit?
The fitness is on your body.
Yes.
But when we say sex, we are talking about the inside. We're not talking about body.
Logic tells sex teacher.
No. So when it comes to sex therapy, the air, my name here. Share. You better come on.
Look at how you look at
No, because
Andy, seriously, who said me? I don't brag about sex because women have it that men be mad here no be share. Don't say that too. Some of us we are focused. Yeah, no, we are not body sweeting.
What a sweat sweet. What a sweet
sweating. Who say sweating is sweet? Don't be Lord Morgan. I want to hear a voice so I can ask her a question. See, I want to ask her how long, ma'am? How long?
Why do you want to tell? Why I don't know when you are bring her.
Because I've realized that
we are discussing radio. We are discussing record labels.
Do you know why I'm interested in the sex freak?
Why?
I've acknowledged that Stephanie Benson she likes sex talks. The last time she went on a sex show, the things they were saying, I said, you people are saying all be wrong. Some of us invite us to sex topic, and all the ladies were wet.
Hey, Charlie, about you too.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
Kill beats and crash.
They are some prayer.
And in there Friday, you fuck a crank home. Pressure will grow.
Na pressure will grow. I bet you'll be pressure. And pressure will grow. Find something better to tear the pressure. Give them money.
Andy, one of the pressure reliever, the best pressure reliever, no. And what Stephanie Benson said. Sex is one of the best ways to relieve your stress.
How about music?
Well, music also helps, but the music deals with the mind. What I say, ways to the you know, you need a therapy, you know, like that sort of.
But let's get deeper in what she said. I mean that an artist.
No, Andy,
an artist does not.
You need
a true
label.
No, she said a true artist.
Who is a true artist?
A true artist does not need.
Is she saying a talented or a gifted artist?
Well, she said a true. Well, so okay, let me speak with her. Let's speak with Stephanie. And find out. Yeah,
because I know Stephanie has a manager, yes. And that manager Glam, she's worked with Glam for either 28 or almost 30 years.
And that's a label for you, an indie label, a manager.
So, and that has been the person who has really managed her from the beginning of her career till
She needs a
so
label. She needs a label. You can't say you're an artist without a label. Charlie, you will suffer because the work, even yourself. Look how popular you are. Look, 1K is the biggest song. But then you can't do all the work. You cannot get up here after radio and then start making phone calls around, checking on people. You need people to do all this work for you. And these are all labels. You cannot call it a professional label, but these are people working for you. You understand? So it is still a label, an indie label. So that comment there, I'm not sure she can explain to our understanding that better, because it is a professional part of the work. Administration, music administration, you need a label, you need people to work, you need a PR, a publicist, a manager, a road manager, a marketer. You need all these people, business manager. You need all these guys to come together as a team. But then one person can do all this work by hiring people to work for you. And what I say, you can just be a one-man label where you hire people to do all this work on contract. You know, if that's what she's saying, fine, I understand. But to say that you don't need a label, like you don't need a representation, no, that one, yeah, Charlie.
Okay, so what if it worked for her? She didn't have any label?
Maybe she had the money.
Better still, she survived.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe she had the money. You know, I use herself as an example. Probably how she went through life, it was easy for her because there was money. If you have the money and you don't need a company, you don't need a label, you can do everything on your own. You pay for everything. You call the shot. I want this, I want that. You pay for it. But if you don't have the money and you're up and coming, you need people to represent you.
probably maybe that's the angle she's trying to come from.
saying.
That if
That's why we
if
need
you
to
have
hear
your
from
own
her.
money,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
you don't need
You don't need a label.
you don't need a label to actually push it. But then you see, Andy, we Google label cry there.
Label is an administration, music administration, representation of your work, which consists of those who are going to work for you. They sign you on and put your work out there. It's more like a ministry. What does here? It's more like a ministry.
Because you see, the thing with Steph is, I know for some years now she's been with Glam. Glam has been hooking her up with all the gigs and all that she does outside. And then Glam also, there's Elliot, there was myself, and then there was Glam. So Glam is in UK, and then Elliot covers US and some parts of.
Well, speak up, and then as a
As a boys about for home.
boys are there, but Nakasai, then
I'm trying to say, sir, she's been working with her manager Glam
group of people,
for a very long time. I mean, almost her entire career. That's the person who has managed her career, and that person gives her all the gigs, pushes her here, there, even her promotion, and all that. Glam will
then
actually
it means
link up
she has people working for her.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, sir. Maybe it could be from where logic is coming from, that she has
the money.
And therefore all she needs is somebody to manage it. Because I mean, when I was working with her, I mean, the money, we were using our money to do that. It wasn't any label giving us any money. We had to run the thing. So
finance.
yes, she was really financing the entire thing. So I think maybe it's from that perspective she may be coming from. But we can't rule out the role of a label in an artist's career. That is one thing we can't rule out, because
we cannot.
We need to let people know that, you see,
an investor, a label is an investor.
An investor who has this whole structure that has A&R,
Exactly.
it has this, it has that, it has a lot of things.
No,
So
you cannot work with that. You cannot do without it. If we should have about 3 labels in Ghana, 3 major labels, Charlie, music business go nice, serious. It go nice, where they will sign publishers. Like you do an album, you go for a publishing deal, they give you an advance. That's what we need now, Andy. That is my prayer. If the Creative Art Bill is passed, they should source for investors, major investors. For instance,
but must it be passed before we source for investors?
Because
that's the only way they will see
people can
official.
recoup their money. Even those who invest,
exactly.
they can recoup their money.
So if the bill is passed and it becomes official, they will understand that there's a process. That if I put in 2 million Ghana cedis, I expect returns in the next 3 years. They will understand the process. But they see how official. If you give them budget, they will complain. So we need the bill to be passed.
That will make the media or people who use music
take it serious.
Pay. They play and pay as they play the music. So
Andy, we need it.
See, Andy,
we need it.
A record label is very important. Record label has people working on it to help the artist's cause or the artist's career develop. If you're an individual artist, I mean, what would you be doing? It's only you. That you are looking for money, and then you give, and then you see, even in Ghana, the in quote labels that we have, which belongs to some of the artists themselves, they end up becoming the final sayers.
I know so many talent that is wasting off because of investment.
I know.
Andy, I know Mark is listening to us. if Nanado is able to pass this bill before elections, I will beg chairman say make a call for investors forum.
Nanado for pass.
If I pass the bill,
If Nanado for pass.
Nanado be there. If he call the shot. Parliament, one word to Parliament, the bill will be passed. You can't suppose you can't pass. You better fire.
So okay. How mo ṣiṣẹ́ mra papa.
Ani, me say we need executive powers. All use executive powers, no speed them up because we need this thing to pass before election. Because the way that's our livelihood. And what I say.
But Andy, we've had labels that has come here and has
That's what I'm saying. Mark should call for an investor forum. Let's invite investors. Let them put money into the business.
Men call for you almost a reference move you cry from simple. Oh, no more ATTC side, okay.
Empire.
No. Before there was a
label
Canada.
there.
Yeah. Oh, this physiotherapist, he was a physio outside and he came out.
That's like an individual investor.
Yeah.
Oh,
We need major investors.
Major.
Yeah. They don't need a record label.
Xylophone was it not?
And you know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about like a record label only. Like a businessman who has the money.
Oh, but
That's
that's
ready to invest without having a
Even
despite is a rich man. If the bill is passed, they should be able to invite him to the investors forum. He has made it from music. He has made money from music. He should put back into music. So until the book, first can be shame. Mark.
the media naba.
You pay media no media. You pay media.
Not any media. That's any media.
I'm talking for people who pay me.
I know.
You have to support us. Say you are a media man. Who there's some money problem. The money someone no. And
you know how our logic of my money is so simple.
I know.
Andy, imagine Kwame Despite decide to invest 3 million Ghana cedis into 1K and Andy's music. I'm not sure Andy will be here in the next 3 months. Look at the talent Andy gets.
And the DJ Khalid over.
And here who have you? Big features. Andy, look at 1K. Bro, 1K is one of the biggest songs in Ghana. I can give you a list of the top songs in Ghana. 1K can. Whoa, but because of maybe also Andy radio presenter, maybe Andy is a full talent. He's a full talent. But investors in Niho.
Because BBI will protect your investment when they bring the investment.
That's why I'm calling for the bill to be passed so that they will see that it's official. Bro, let's cry. The big men, they are putting their monies. Government money was put into a confirm and all those things, which could have gone in music.
Andy,
you see
that this thing I've said it on this show that why government in passing and bill and say even Omokrano, they are finding it hard time to really understand our space.
Because they don't understand. But every day they listen to songs. They go to parties.
But have we been able to express ourselves enough to them for them to understand you?
Okay, let me give you a typical example that I've had. I've worked with a politician investor before. They know the business, bro. I'm telling you.
They understand.
Government don't know. They know everything, bro.
They
know everything. Omunim say we need money in our sector, but our leadership has not really pushed for that.
As for that money bit, they know. What I'm looking at is the dynamics, how we make monies, how our structure has to be actually positioned, how it has to work. And I make us say, it's just like, when social media started, it was just a normal thing. Yeah. But now, if you're a serious entity, you need a content manager on social media.
Look at Kim Promise's streaming numbers.
Yes.
If you liquidate that numbers into cash, it's bigger than coastal beer government official BSC or Tongnam £1.
So those are the things, the education we need to give them, so they can understand the craft in the AU.
That's why I'm crying for the bill to be passed. So I know that Mark is a production person. He has been an executive. He understands the business. He knows that we need investors. So my cry is, when the bill is passed, we should all come together with one voice. Premier Uti will say, we are artist manager.
Yeah.
You see, as the amount 2 million, I'm sure you can raise about 3 talents. What you say?
Even more, depending on the craft.
I'm a production person. If you give me 1 billion, just 1 billion, 100,000 Ghana, do you know how many talents I'll put out there?
You hear him say just 1 billion?
Yes. I'm just quiet. I'll be at the listening. So.
It's just now, Andy. Give me 100,000 Ghana cedis. Do you know how many talents I'll put out there? Whoa. So we need the money. We need the funding. Xylophone funding by
Art fund.
Art fund by. Emu protocols near there. Whoa. you cannot access it. All these things, they are not
some
right.
people accessed it. I remember
Fine.
Abdul Salam Umunimu,
Fine.
right?
Oh, so me, I'm saying that when we say funding,
I'm gonna lie to Saudi on
make a say maybe.
no when you know.
Maybe the uncle here.
Because I think it was
Why you? What's the one you be the
yeah, because it was Frankie 5, Socrates, Abner Ruthie. I mean the board.
You were on the board.
I forgot.
Fine, but at the end of the day, Charlie, production. When I say production people, who say because King Promise was blessed for meeting Qbeat, bro.
Yeah.
Production. Then yes, I'm not close to you. Now me want to be tagging me EPB. No more they tagging me say massa. Me chef fly out. Me tie enyom. And if you go take you know. Now I just spare the person.
I didn't.
Because it's like when they have the money, it's as if they don't know what to do with the money.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you want to do music, when we say put a team together, and yes, one can record you know, one can record a good production producer. Now the Abasa Yanko pushy. Me, if you come to me that you want to do a song with me, I will recommend few producers. Qbeat will always be one of them. Gazi will be one of them. What do you call it? MOG will be one of them. Then I will come to Cash 2 will be one. I have some producers who use certain softwares. Kindi will be one of them. This producer, when you go to them, just tell them that you want a good song. Because they've been tried and tested and they know what to put in the market. Now, God, you record you maybe.
Andy, so I mean, back to the whole label thing. I was saying musicians when they say with a label, all the talent you get the opportunity to get your talent developed.
Yes.
You, the talent, you get the opportunity to relax and focus more on whether the singing that you're doing, and then there's a writer writing for you, or if you're doing the singing and the writing, whilst the marketing and the business side of your thing or your craft is done by somebody else.
Yes.
So you don't wake up to any headache. Somebody can get you the merchandise, somebody can get you an ambassadorial deal. That's, if you have a good label, they can facilitate all these things, including your publishing. I mean, your songs, they can make you a star overnight.
The whole thing starts from the studio. The most important part of an artist's life is to get a technical director, A&R,
yes.
A&R, somebody who can identify the fault in your composition.
Yeah.
If you get a person like that, you are good. That person will also help you to identify which producer should be used for what song. You understand, Premier? Yeah. Then after that work is done, the rest is left to the marketers, the publishers to do their work. But in these days, when people have money and they see a talent, because they themselves, they just like music. They are novices. They just like music. They don't understand the technicalities of music. So they just start throwing their money.
Now, I'm reading something. It says, I typed in, does an artist need a record label? Now, these are the answers I'm getting. While you don't need a record label to get started making movements in your music career, getting signed could be useful in future.
Getting signed. And we said that if you are talented, you can do your song, throw it on social media. Being signed is where the career becomes official.
Right. So let me finish. It says, not all deals will be good for you, however. So never sign simply for the fact that someone's offering you a deal. Now, you know, these arguments, I mean, these are some of the questions I'll be asking Stephanie Benson. Because, well, outside, you know, record labels will always give you a good deal. At the end of the day, well, they cry. The musicians say, and the cash didn't.
They agreed. It's greed.
On whose part? The musician?
On the part of the musicians, they agree. Because when the label is making the investment, do you know the risk involved? Charlie, some of this
Charlie, what are you also saying? Sure. Do you know, Charlie?
No, Andy, be serious. No, please read further.
Okay, so why does an artist need a record label? Limited creative control. Signing with a record label gives them control over your music.
Mm-hmm. Signing a record label gives them control.
Yes,
and
over your music.
It is part of the work.
Now they are saying, okay, do you know how much money? For
instance, let's use Keche, for example.
Keche
Global. Andy, Keche, we all know were quiet for some time.
Keche's on their own label.
No, they have a label. The label is different from their attachment to the whatever. You understand? There is a Gem Media sign officially a business label that is not interested in Keche's private life.
Oh,
just business.
And there's someone found.
Omo di omo found say bia oyiri anase ukunu a business. And a private life. The Gem Media, no, they are strictly into the business. And look where Kecha is now. Now we can say that Kecha is one of the top trending arts in Ghana now. And if we should talk, they are because of Esika. Esika Andy.
Oh, but you see, I told you
saying
that.
You are not getting it. Which structures are they operating with?
Yeah,
you may not even know how much money comes to their pocket. Record label on the same or more thing. We are talking about videos. We are talking about the artists. We are talking about your repertoire. We are Charlie.
But the first thing you should think about is Andy. Hey, good,
let me continue.
Good, you have come here. Let me corner you for this place you just mentioned now. Now, you see, now, Andy, what you should be concerned about is if you are writing your own song, then don't worry about what is coming to you because your royalties.
That's why I talked about the structure.
Yes.
Your royalties in which setting?
In a setting of you owing your rights because you wrote your songs.
Okay, good. So what if the record label tells you that we think your writing be some way, so let Mr. Logic come in to write, or let's invite Premier to come and write. How about that?
You enjoy recording.
When I met with Anthony Mandla, Kwakesi introduced me to Anthony Mandla. That that's the director. He shoots Rihanna's videos. All right. So I met when we started talking. At that time, Rihanna's song, Bam Bam Bilam, Bam, he shot the video. And we were watching, I was like, yo, this girl is very lucky. And the guy asked me, with what? I said, but Rihanna's got hits. I mean, look at the repertoire, the kind of songs she,
yes.
I mean, her writing. Immediately I mentioned her writing, said, hold it right there. Of course,
it's written for her.
It's
written for her.
He says the person says he needs a beach house. So that he can look at the beach, he can look at the sea and write.
Yes.
That's all he does. And I can't mention on air.
Kaki, were you not writing? I mean,
But
people were writing for Kaki.
so that one day, if you are writing, someone is what if you can be a very good writer, but once the label chooses someone to write for you, do you have a say? You don't even have a say. When once you are signed, you are tight. You're like
creativity is limited.
It's limited.
If we discourage the act of signing artists, we will do our industry a lot of harm because we say you being signed. It's more like
for me, I will not disregard it or discredit.
It's more like you being employed to a 9-to-5 work.
Yes,
now,
I
was even going
to say
a 9-to-5 work where you are employed and you are paid like 5,000 Ghana cedis a month. Meanwhile, if you should calculate your transportation, your feeding, your upkeep for the month, I'm sure you would have done like half of your salary. But yet, you feel it's important to be going to work because you have to work. Now, compare a 9-to-5 job to an artist who is signed to a label, being given an advancement of like, let's say, like a 300,000 Ghana cedis advancement, being given a home, being given a total welfare package, and then his own is only to come and sing. Then there will be deductions on your revenue. Look, that advancement alone is enough for you to put your life together, waiting for percentages. So if you're an artist who is like the exorbitant type, the flossy type, that's where you have problems. Because the 9-to-5 person earns like 5,000 a month, and then that money goes away. But you have an advancement of about 300,000, and I say you cannot manage.
Hold on, let me finish reading this because for educational purposes, again, because of time, we have to get out of here. Now let me talk creative control. I'm still on the topic of why does an artist need a record label?
Yes.
All right. So signing with a record label gives them control over your music. That's number one. The label can make deals and decisions with your music without your approval. Listen to this carefully. 3, they also have full control over distribution, marketing, artwork, messaging, and more. Now, let me read further. A 360 music deal.
Yes.
Or music industry. In the music industry, a 360 deal from 360 degrees is a business relationship between an artist and a music industry company The 360 deal reflects the fact that much of a musician's income now comes from sources other than recorded music, such as live performances and merchandise. Now, all of these things, don't forget, are being shared with you. With the label.
Yes.
Okay, but Andy, you see.
Now, what if you are an indie, what if you are an artist without a label and you've been able to get to the apex of your career where cash is coming in?
First of all, let's promote.
So in a way, Stephanie Benson is making sense.
Andy, first of all, let's promote division of labor and respect of people's offices. Yeah. Andy is here as a presenter, as a DJ. Andy is not here as an HR manager.
No.
It doesn't mean Andy doesn't have the capability
but I work as an A&R.
Exactly. So,
A&R for a record label.
Good. So, at the end of the day, what we should acknowledge is the fact that what you now to know, Obinsu talents let's only manage. And you know, he can manage better than you, though you can manage yourself.
Yes.
Somebody in the craft and say obe market, he can market better than you. And so we accept say there's division of labor. We run here, put it all together, it blends and then it makes one impact that we want.
Yes.
That is one thing we should begin to appreciate. There were certain labels here in Ghana established by musicians and other people are intimate because there's no structure. Matis also and so label, Mr. Logic label, and one know what it or no one will.
May you use Mr. Logic as example,
Let me read a few comments and let's get out of here. Pandora says, yesterday I watched AY Poyo's I'm a Goat on BBC Africa. If we had investors, don't you think he would have gone online tour in the USA by now?
Exactly.
Busy Boy 2 says, and I feel the way Mr. Logic they hit on the sex part. We know the carry love, so yeah. Pandora says, and in UK that she lived, did she see any artist without the label? All those who aimed big winning Oscars, were they not on the labels? Well, Chris Success says, Kwame Chris says, good morning to you and your team. Please tell Mr. Logic that he did rush, now under 1 minute pa.
You're mistaken about. Oji
Wangana said, why Mr. Logic Energy just pop up like this? Yesterday was the man is trying to speak. Today, Mr. Logic, and you don't hear things. I'm sure Logic want to kill the woman. We are done, folks. Thank you very much for listening. Charlie Apon.
Ani Pacho bought Miss V, Sheriff Mami Wana. A friend of mine was enjoying that song seriously yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Charlie. Great song. William Pacho Abomami.
Okay. All right. Okay. I was about playing Mr. Mouse.
Oh, Mr. Okay. Mr. Mouse.
No, I don't. Hey, me. I like
Miss V, you know. The queen herself.
Yeah,
the only
man.
queen of Ghana music.
Yes.
Miss V, the only queen of Ghana music.
Mr. Logic.
Only queen of Ghana music, Miss V.
And Mr. Logic.
Mr. Logic, Adrio.
Which one?
Guys, so let's go. Thank you all very much. Candyman is saying, Mr. Logic, is it? And he asked Mr. Logic, say he be correct today. Original Slide says, I want to ask Andy Dusty, with ownership of songs and making deals on labels, can't both label and arts negotiate as to who owns what and not?
Some there are percentages.
Why do they go through a contract before signing?
Serious?
Yeah.
The ones that the artists write themselves, there's
Yeah,
percentages.
percentages here, like 70 to 30.
Yeah, there's percentages.
Labby Sack said, dear Andy, please spare 3 minutes of your time and listen to official CD. Now call the press, so I know you will love it. Thanks for your understanding. Okay. Martin.
This is Hitz.